Now then, brew tubers, it's a quick grain to glass video today. What I'm going to be doing is my version of Vacant gesture. It's going to be a sort of grain to glass video, although I haven't got much actual brew day footage, but we'll get to taste it. And what's even better, we get to taste the real thing. There it is, straight from Harrison Brewery's Vacant gesture. So I haven't tried it yet, so it's all going to be a super taste test challenge. Okay, right, the recipe for this, I may have deviated slightly from Harry's recipe. Harry's now released his recipe, and you can buy that on his website. Mine consisted of about 89% extra pale, 9% wheat, 2% caterpillars, and that for my system equates to about 3.2 kilos of malt, pale malt, 325 grams of wheat, pale wheat, and 75 grams of caterpillars. We had a 60-minute mash, and we mashed out at 75 degrees for 10 minutes. The boil was a 60-minute boil. The additions in my boil were 20 grams of Challenger for 20 IBUs for the full 60 minutes. So at the end of the boil we did a hop stand, which was for 30 minutes at 80 degrees. The hop addition at that point was 23 grams of Mosaic for 6 IBUs. The dry hopping schedule that I used was 35 grams of Mosaic at 5 days and 35 grams of Mosaic at 3 days. Unfortunately, I cocked up the dry hopping schedule, and when I put the recipe into Brewfather, I inadvertently got the units wrong. So my first edition, 35 grams at 5 days, was actually not 5 days left to go, but was actually 5 days into the fermentation. So I had my first stage hops were in there a lot longer than they perhaps should have been. The water additions, because I'm using RO water, I selected like blonde ale and just took the recommendations from Brewfather, which was approximately 4.4 grams of calcium chloride, Epsom salts and gypsum. Also added 2 mils of phosphoric acid to hopefully bring the pH down. It was fermented off with USO5. If we've got any brew footage, I'll pop it on now. If not, you won't have to wait long. We'll crack a beer open. So here we go. Let's have a go at the beers. Better try mine first. Obviously, a nice tarty label from Beer Labelizer. This is about 20 days, I think it's been maturing. Here we go. So here you go. It's sort of still fairly hazy, but you can see a little bit through it. I can see my fingers through it. Sort of nice sort of colour. Nice white head. I've got a crap sense of smell, but for me, I'm getting lots of citrusy type fruits. Really nice. Carbonation's steady. We're getting a few bubbles going up there. Head's still there. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, that's spot on. This is only my second ever all grain brew, so for that I think it's fantastic. That's probably another reason I didn't get so much brew footage, because I was too busy flapping trying to get everything to work. So that's mine. Let's have a look what Harry can do. Here we go, guys. So there we go. Slightly a little bit more carbonation than mine. Yeah, I'm still getting those citrusy notes. Possibly not quite as strong. I don't know. Yeah, as far as the colour, still pretty as it isn't super clear, but I'm never bothered about that. Let's have a quick taste. Oh yeah, very pleasant. It's got quite a good. Let's try mine again. Yeah, I think Harry's is slightly smoother with that slightly more mouthfeel. And definitely, I don't think it's got quite such a bitter finish. In theory, mine was supposed to be something like about, I can't see the IBUs here, where are we? 26 IBUs, but I think I might have overdone the boil a little bit on this one. It seems a little bit more bitter. Yeah, still both very drinkable. Let's have a look side by side. If anything, mine may be a bit clearer, but that may be because it's been in the bottle a bit longer. Where Harry's just popped through the post the other day, and I've just whopped it straight into the fridge. So perhaps it needs a little bit longer just to clear because it's can conditioned. But yeah, so there you go. Not too bad, is it? That colour-wise, pretty close. So all in all, quite a good result. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with that. Like I say, I'm pleased with my. I wouldn't say it's a clone. I think it's in the style of, shall we say. That's what you can do with a little bit of effort and no knowledge. If you like this video, then you can always like and subscribe. And if you don't, never mind, have a beer. Cheers.